It depends upon the circumstances, which is greater, the message or the messenger. We know from human experience that there's times when somebody who is a person of authority or holds an office can speak nonsensically. And if they do it long enough, eventually it undermines our value for the person, their level of importance. Vice versa, we know that there's times when we say there's great wisdom that can come from the mouth of babes. Someone who is nameless or kind of innocent, assumed not to have a capacity, can speak a profound wisdom, whether or not they're doing it consciously or not. We now realize that it is the truth of their words that is important and not necessarily that of the messenger. It's kind of human nature that we confuse the two. We like copyright laws. We like quotes. We get offended ourselves when somebody else takes credit for something that we've said first. That's kind of human nature. But that undermines what the communication is really supposed to be all about. Jesus in this passage is suggesting that the Holy Spirit is going to come and lead us to all truth, but don't get too enamored with the Holy Spirit, because really he's simply repeating what he hears from Jesus. And Jesus points out that what he tells us is what he hears from the Father. So it's not a matter of trying to take credit or pass on credit. It's really about transparency. Evangelization, passing on messages, is about transparency, getting the value of the message across to the other person without our getting in the way, whether or not it's by distortion or diminishment or whatever it is. We often unconsciously color things and kind of dim the image of God that's supposed to be showing forth through us. The more transparent we are, the more we are humble. We do not need to take credit. We do not add our own agenda, our own perceptions onto things, because God will take care of the truth in the other person. And the more transparent we are, the greater the capacity for God to flow through us in greater accuracy, with greater authenticity, to those that need to receive it. So I think that we at times need to let go of our need to be in control, our need to control the narrative, to our adding in our own input. Granted, evangelization does involve an experience, and we are supposed to be supportive and be messengers of this good news to other people. But we should be always attentive to the fact that the Holy Spirit will work better through us when we ourselves try to disappear.